How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Patapon 2, and in today's episode, I guess we gotta sneak around, or am I gonna do something else? It's a strange mission I got that Medan described that our scouts can look up ahead if we don't attack anybody or get into fever, which is, I guess, this mission, Masked Country for old men. You can kind of see on Decapons how whenever you have alternative look for a Patapon, it's actually just a hat put on him that you cannot remove. So you can kind of see on my dear Decapon, which I think is a new Decapon. I had a red Decapon before, didn't I? Move forward without making a sound. It's really weird. That's not making a sound, guys. Shut up. That means I purposely had to play pretty bad. How was I supposed to go without making sound? This mission was full of shit. I was supposed to make sound. Fuck you guys, you fooled me. Oh my god, how many of them there are? Jesus Christ, am I supposed to survive this? Not to mention I stand in the bushes, which already got set on fire. Guys, this feels like a mission I'm supposed to lose. Jesus Christ. There's a fuck ton of wizards, and they sent flying fireballs my direction, and then my whole army's on fire. I'm telling you guys, if you play this game, don't change your army. Just keep it default like it comes. You know, your hero you can change your hero being an archer, I guess, or a spearman, because he does have a useful ability when he's a spearman. But just have it archers, spearmen, and swordmen, because then you're able to equip the best stuff for everybody. But like, also make sure that they're fucking like have some defense against fire and ice, because I swear to God, my whole army just gets obliterated as soon as somebody shoots a single fire arrow at them. Man, my fucking Patapon is just standing alone there. Poor Patapon. Did I lost that fucking... No, I quit the mission. Yeah, what would happen if I actually progress the mission and not pick up the hat? Did I just lost the Patapon? If we attack or go into fever, they'll notice us. That's the only piece of clue you fucking have for me, you bitch. I don't know what the fuck you mean. I guess I for real have to sneak past without going into fever. I was not really gave a rating to the Rockstar Juiced energy drink. It's good. I don't know what the fuck, I'd give it a 7? Yeah, 7, sure. Good drink. Not as expensive as Monsters, so it makes for a good alternative. What the fuck? Never mind. Look, it's like I purposely have to fucking suck and play badly. And like I have to take breaks. Oh, because I was supposed to like watch a cutscene and not engage in a battle with them. This is ridiculous. What do we have to fear from the Patapon? No man, don't say that. Don't be like that, no man. Come on. Don't forget we old Hunkin said we're just envoys. What the fuck you guys talking about? Hey now, Keyman, I've just asked you not to call me old. You know what? The Patapon are stupid, but what I'm worried about are the Zegatons. Thanks, dickhead. Why, do you think they could break through Sokoshi Gate? Zegatons, of course. They're bringing that giant catapult. A brilliant deduction, Keyman. We're soldiers. Gong soldiers should be arriving any minute. How annoying. Just in case, when it shows up, I'm gonna steal it. Look guys, we got a new set of bad guys. We defeated the Black Star bad guys, which was Kiwagaten. We got his hammer, the green one I have. We defeated the other guys. These guys are carrying cool stuff. Like this guy has like a green spear. I want it. And like a big horny helmet. Not the only big and horny thing around here. Should I engage in a fight now, or should I really sneak past somehow? Is that supposed to? I got a feeling I shouldn't have quit. I got a feeling now that the wizards have left, I should have engaged in a fight. I think I didn't progress the plot. I thought I would have to leave now that I learned what the fuck they're plotting, and the Zigotons are gonna come with a catapult and shit. Zigotons are the bad guys of Patapon 1. Oh, you can see the Kohoshi Gate on the minimap, or whatever the fuck they called it. The Hiroshima Gate? I don't know. The fuck they called it. Yeah, and fucking... I'm stupid. They were right, Patapons are fucking dumb. I'm their god, and I'm the dumbest one here. I really am a fucking moron. God damn it. I hate listening to fucked up sounds. Someone left me a very nice comment on one of my Patapons videos that they love to see Patapon getting some attention nowadays. But of course, that's what this channel is all about. I don't play video games that everybody else is playing. At least most of the time I don't. I play whatever the fuck I want to play. See, he has like a green sword with a shield. If I got that, I would probably have to change my hero to a Patapon, which I do that at some point, I think. I wish Patapon, like, special ability was that he, like, attacks harder or something, because he doesn't. And it's kind of annoying. The wizard also has like cool shit. Maybe I should make a wizard. Also, look at the top of the screen. There's like a Zigoton, Karmen sitting there. It's like a purple aura about him. I don't know if you noticed that before. And he's asleep. And I believe this guy might be the main bad guy of this game, actually. Because I remember that he shows up at the very last level. And I'm not sure if he's not the one you fight in the very last level. Like he's the final boss fight. I ain't sure about that. I was talking about Loop on the last episode, and I already finished talking about that movie. I finished on the moment where they all meet up, give the coin to the old man, and then Michael betrays them. And I think there's like a big action scene and shit, because not only does Michael and his goons attack Zenigata and his police force, also attack, and I think that might be the moment where I think Zenigata like teams up with Fujiko, because like next time Lupin goes to Fujiko, they have this kind of like fight scene, dance scene kind of thing. Pretty cool. And Zenigata shows up and asks Lupin for help. I don't remember what the fuck he wanted him to do, but I remember Lupin didn't want to help him, but I guess he did anyway. Now that the fire wizards are gone, I don't get immediately obliterated. Because as much as being frozen sucks, at least it doesn't do constant fucking damage to me. Yeah, I think that's a better strategy. Go against fire, because fire is so fucking deadly in this game. It's insanely fucking annoying to deal with. Like, sleep and ice at least don't deal damage to you. What is the meaning? What the fuck? What, is the meeting over? What, Patapons? Oh, because he fell asleep on the meeting. He's, I guess, one of those evil Karmen leaders. How many leaders do they need? He's the most unique because he's not like based on any of the... Oh my god, he pulled out a gas mask. He puts my Patapons to sleep. I really should learn that fucking dance move. You know, the one that nullifies all the bad effects that I brought up so much before. I still don't have it. And he's shooting fireballs that I think deal fire damage. They kind of look like they do. Yes, they do. That's a bummer. I don't like having fire damage dealt to me. I wonder if any of the animal teamed Patapons are immune to fire. You know what sucks about this game? By the end of Patapon 1, I had like very good Patapon in my army, but I don't think by the end of this game I have any good Patapons. I should have farmed like way more in this game. I should have at least like one sitting of this game should have been not me recording, but like me me just collecting shit to upgrade my army to be actually really fucking good. You know, like, at least have one Patapon that goes all the way to the end of their evolution ladder and become an angel or a demon. Or a bull, at least, because I believe bulls are really good too. Especially for like the heavy damage dealing Patapons, such as Decapons. But they fight really slow. I don't think I had a single angel Patapon in this game, while in the first game I did hit one, and he was like the best. I remember him being... like, as long as he was alive, I had a really good fighting chance. Ah, my fucking god, wizards. Man, it sucks, even though I fucking started out with an advantage, I'm getting my ass kicked again. Notice how one of my Decapons is alive. Only one of them is alive, but his health bar is most of the Decapon's health bar. Which is pretty funny, unless it only shows his health now that the other ones are dead. I don't think so, I think it shows the whole unit's health bar. My horse guys are almost fucking dead though, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know, something happens, Jigen teams up with Lupin, I think that happened before, after the place gets raided by police. Jigen teams up with Lupin. Pierre was with them. I think he's like the main... I don't know who the fuck he is, to be honest. What the fuck he did in this movie. Some bullshit happens in the middle of this movie. There's a lot of exposition, a lot of talkings, and he gotta, like, meets up with his old friends. One of them is like a army general in Singapore, or no wait, in Thailand, because the vault that they're going to is in Thailand. And then he needs help with the Thailand military force to bust the guy who owns it, because he's a criminal. He's like a leader of some kind of underground whatever the fuck. And yeah, they go to find Goemon, because in this movie, and I heard a story that originally Goemon in this movie was supposed to be modernized. So he was going to be wearing a suit and be like a normal character, like a normal person. But then they quickly fucking had to change it because they realized he would be like any other character in this movie. So they actually made him be a samurai, and I'd say he was pretty accurate to how he is in the anime. He's the only one because everybody else is not very like... he doesn't like... Goemon's probably the most straightforward character in all of Lupin's the first cast. Like, he's always like quiet and calm about everything, and that's how he was in this movie, so they get him right, I think. He does cut stuff with his sword. More on that later, because it's a pretty messed up scene later. Jigen looks kind of like a cheap cosplay of Jigen, but whatever. He honestly looked better in the first movie, he's the only one. Unless you count the first movie's Lupin as like just... I mean, he looked cool, but it didn't look like Lupin. Yeah, and... what the fuck else happened to him? I don't know, there's like a lot of like talking, the main bad guys show up and shit like that. There's a scene where they go to like an auction that happens in like a theater, where Michael shows up and... oh yeah, because the whole thing about this movie is that they stole the medal, and then the fucking old man told them that there's like a Cleopatra's necklace, but it's missing a gemstone that it should have, and that he hopes that they will manage to put them back together. And I don't remember when the fuck, but I think it's like Michael wants to sell the necklace to the main bad guy, but then the main bad guy reveals he's the one who killed his father, and the old man who got shot for it was actually the one protecting his father, not the one who shot him. So, oopsie daisy, kind of a little mistake, whatever. Happens to the best of us. And fucking... I say fucking a lot, don't I? I should say it more often, to be honest. I don't say it enough. And I'm getting my fucking ass kicked. Like, I can't even approach the tower, man. I could make it. Like, my army's not dead yet. We're moving forward. But look, there's another tower right behind this one. I had a bad feeling about this. Well, that's the kind of tower that doesn't have enemies on it, at least. Or, I mean, it could have enemies on it, but this one doesn't. Ooh, an ice hammer. That's nice. Kill the wizard, guys, please. This level would be easier if it wasn't for this guy who keeps shooting these fireballs at me. Because he doesn't take any damage. Not until the final level. See how the only Patapons that are alive is the deer Patapon and the default Patapon? Because the default Patapons are just the best. It's actually, even though my army is made of like these animal-themed Patapons, I don't think it's actually that much worth doing the animal-themed Patapons. I think you're better off just having all default Patapons. I call it the all-white strategy. Yeah, because the default Patapons are white, while the animal ones are colored different colors. Like this one's a little bit pink. Can't see it, but he is a little bit pink. It's like when you wake up and your eyes are like, kinda, not yet like bloody, but you know, they're almost bloody. Like my eyes right now, for example. Messed up and fucked up. Why are these episodes the same amount of length? Last episode was also 26 minutes long. And then like Michael, I don't know, fucking feels sad or whatever the fuck. And he joins with the good guys. He tries to kill the main bad guy, but it doesn't work. So, yeah, the movie has to go on. Also, Lupin, actually, this is the only scene where he uses a disguise. And he dressed up as Elvis for some reason for the auction. He has like a golden suit on, and he has like this big wig and like these big glasses that he uses to record the whole thing. He actually uses these to read lip movements and translate it to whatever they're saying. Oh, I actually got a potion. I have a chance of actually doing this. Nice. My army's healed up, even though there's only 3 people left in it. Whatever, guys. As long as there's 1 person in it, I have a chance of winning. Yeah, another complaint with this... fuck, I just thought of a complaint about this movie and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yes, Lupin doesn't have his sideburns. I think Lupin looks very accurate in this movie, actually. If it wasn't for the fact that he doesn't have his sideburns. It's like, couldn't they tell the actor, like, before, like, I don't know, a year before, just like, alright, look, we're gonna be in this movie, grow up sideburns. Like, what about actors who grew up, like, facial hair for a role? Couldn't he grow mustache? I mean, sideburns? Whatever, some minor nitpick. He looks pretty accurate in my opinion. He even has Lupin's gun. I didn't brought that up, but in the last movie he doesn't have his gun. Remember the golden pistol from GoldenEye and N64? That's kind of what Lupin had in the first movie. He had a golden pistol. Which I was just kind of like... I thought it was fucking weird. I don't remember exactly when the first movie came out. Perhaps it came out around a time when the manga was still going on and maybe the core elements of what makes Lupin Lupin weren't established yet. Whoops, knocked something over. Whatever. Fucking sounds crazy stuff. Yeah, and some other stuff happened. I forgot. There's like a lot of shit in this movie that happens. I kind of completely blacked out. Not to mention I had to like leave in the middle of it and I had to go and take care of something and then come back. That probably didn't help me with the fucking figuring out of this plot. We should be doing one more mission, right? Great Oro, return to us safely. The old Karmen who flies through the sky is the Karmen Chief, Orman Karmen. That's a cool name. So the enemy boss makes his debut. Yeah, halfway through this fucking game. The Karmen believe that Orman Karmen has lived for several hundred years. Bollocks. He's not older than me. Because you're an old fucking hag. Now that you mention it, I remember a moving plant attacking Timipon in the Mekaku jungle. Yeah, the mushroom thing. Remember the mushroom boss? Or whatever the fuck he was called? He just like showed up one time and never came back. Look at the tower of hats. It always fucking cracks me up whenever there's a tower of fucking hats because so many people died in my fucking level. On my expedition or whatever you want to call these missions. Missions. Just missions. Yeah, so I don't know, some stuff happens. I guess they finally go to that fucking vault. And at first it's a pretty cool scene because it's like Zenigata goes in there and he starts like bossing everyone around, but then it turns out it was Lupin disguised as Zenigata, which happens in the anime very often, so that's accurate to the anime. It's just that the personalities of these characters are not at all accurate. But there's like a highway chase scene before, which is pretty cool because Goemon's the one who... Oh yeah, they actually have the Fiat 500, like the old model of it, which is pretty cool too, and nice, I think I should stick with that. Why did I change it? Actually, I don't really pay attention to these stats. Maybe the friendship items aren't as shitty as I think they are. Yeah, I guess I do. And they have a chase scene on a highway. Some cool stuff happens. Goemon stops a jeep, cutting through the engine with his sword. Pretty cool. I don't know, I don't think this movie's as inaccurate as people make it out to be. There's a lot of well, it's a pretty big complaint about it that it's straight up a ripoff of a different movie. That's something that I guess can't overlook. Maybe I should watch the other movie that this movie's ripping off. Maybe it's way better. It's called The Thieves. It's a Korean movie. I should probably look for it. I'm interested in it now. Ah, my eye. Why am I fighting the Phoenix again? I don't know. Maybe I just did it to fill something with this episode because I knew nothing else I probably would succeed at. Look how short it's gonna take me to defeat it. And there's a bunch of fight scenes that take place. Fujiko fights the like punk bitch. The funny thing about that scene, she pulls Indiana Jones, where the punk bitch is about like goes into a fighting stance, and then Fujiko pulls out a gun and shoots her. And then the punk bitch goes like, she just fucking shot me, seriously. And she falls over and dies. And Fujiko says like, oh, don't worry, it's not like it's gonna kill you. And I was like, what do you mean it's not gonna kill her? You fucking shot her in the chest with a gun. He never said it's tranquilizers rounds or anything like that, unless the subtitles were wrong. Also, this movie, another complaint about it was that this movie has a lot of English in it, you know, Japanese people speaking English with their accents. I don't know, because I think maybe the English dub of the movie was actually done by Japanese people, and maybe that's the version people complain about. But I watched the versions with subtitles, and only a couple of times I heard someone speak in English. So I don't know really what the fuck. Also, I didn't really watch this movie in a very good quality. Not like unwatchable, but it was like, I don't know, 480 maybe. It's kind of a bummer because I have a 2K TV. 2K. Not like, I mean the resolution is like 2000 something. I don't think I have a 4K TV because when I go into my PS5 settings, the best resolution I can get is 2000 something. 200, yeah. 360p is the best resolution I can get. You know, even though my videos are in 1080p, like this one, I don't really watch videos in 1080p myself because they load longer. Then I always watch videos on YouTube in 480 because, I don't know, it makes everything visible and I don't really need that much fucking detail when I watch a fucking YouTube video. Unless it's something very specific. Yeah, and then like Jigen has a fight with Royal. He kills him. He kills him in a cool way because Royal hasn't pinned. So Jigen shoots the gun laying on the ground. And that makes the gun shoot, which shoots him in the chest, distracting him. Then Jigen shoots him in the face. Pretty cool. Goemon fights the punk with machetes. And I kid you not, he cuts him vertically in half, which is pretty fucked up. And the way they show it, like, you know, they show Goemon like jump over him, and then you can see his mohawk was split in half. And at first I felt like, oh, he just cut his hair in half. But then like he sheaths his sword, and then you look back at the punk guy, and you can see a line going all across his face, and him laughing. And then it goes into his perspective, and you can see how, like, he just split in half. It's pretty fucked up, but it actually happened in one of the episodes. I think in one of the movies it happened, where Goemon fought some guy and he cut him in half vertically. I don't remember which movie. The fuck's that sound? Keep hearing weird fucking sounds. And yeah, they steal the fucking thing. Michael sacrifices himself, in my opinion, for no reason, because they locked themselves in a vault by accident and they needed to blow open a... They used the same explosives Lupin used at the beginning of the movie to blow open the hole. And they used more of it. And the main bad guy starts sucking out the air from the room they're in. So Michael puts Lupin in a vault that was inside of the vault. And then blows up the explosives himself, even though they were timed. And he dies for no reason, in my opinion. And the military and Zenigata move in, arrest the main bad guy. Turns out Lupin stole the treasure and Zenigata only got a decoy. And the movie ends with Lupin in a green jacket. Pretty cool. And I don't know, I like this movie. It was okay. I do see a lot of the complaints being valid, but I liked it anyway. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.